All right, everybody. Well, as always, welcome to the Monday Morning Mastermind. I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your morning to be here. It is really important to me. I love to get my week started off the best way that I possibly can. And so, as always, guys, it's really important, everything you can do to get yourself going and to get yourself in the right space and the right frame of mind. It's really important that you do that. And I'm going to start off this morning as always with a video, and this one's really important. Just because I really honestly believe that this is something that a lot of people miss out on. So with that being said, here is the video.
Pretending that we're satisfied where we are, pretending that everything is okay, pretending that we don't have any special goals or ambitions or desires, when really deep down inside we do really want more. Find out what it is you want and go after it as if your life depends on it. Why? Because it does. It's time for you to look within yourself and decide that I'm in charge of my destiny. I'm in charge here. But is a dream killer. That a lot of things that we want to do, a lot of places we would like to go, a lot of things we would like to experience, and we just stop at but. And we build a case. In fact, I was reading something the other day that talked about but. It says but is an argument for our limitations. And when we argue for our limitations, we get to keep them. See, but will cause you to procrastinate, but will cause you to hide out behind fear, but will cause you to come up with all type of excuses that you can validate your inaction and not acting on your dream. And right now, more than ever, people need to look for ways to live their dream. People need to look for ways to make it on their own. There is no such thing as job security. There's no such thing as a storm-proof or tragic-proof life. There are no guarantees today, ladies and gentlemen. The illusion is gone. There was a time when we graduated from high school, you were told, go to college and get out, and you go and work for a corporation for 30 or 40 years. They'll give you a gold watch and you'll retire. That day is gone. That day is gone, never to return again. So instead of people living in fear, feeling stressed out, feeling powerless, feeling like victims, I think it should be a time that we need to begin to look at ways that we can become an active force in our own lives. Look at ways when we can decide to take charge of our own destiny. Look at ways when we can decide to design a life of substance and begin to truly live our dreams. And it's time for people to decide, I'm ready to get on with my life. Now, a lot of people say, I'm going to live my life one day when things get right. Well, it's hard for me. Have you been and sat in a class yet? Have you signed up yet? No, I haven't. See, a lot of people say no, ladies and gentlemen, to things, and they don't even know what they're saying no to. To build a case on why you can't move on, why you can't grow to the next level, why you can't begin to manifest your greatness, why you can't begin to live life on your terms. Always something there to block you, to keep you where you are, and keep you from beginning to develop your true greatness. Always some fear. How do we handle it? And I'm saying that if you've been hiding out behind but, if you've been using the fact that you don't have enough money or you don't have the education, take it head on. Go get the education. Why don't you decide now that you're going to expand your world, that if other people can learn, you could learn too. People tell you, oh yeah, one day I want to have a restaurant. See, they're pretending they want to go into business for themselves. They're not serious. How can you tell, Les? Watch their actions. Watch what they're doing. The proof is in the pudding. So if you want to do something, if you thought about something you want to do, take it head on. Decide that you're going to face it, that whatever shortcomings you have, that you're going to strengthen yourself there. Whatever training that's required, that you're going to go get that training. that you're going to get started right now. Do what you can, where you are with what you have, and never be satisfied.
Alrighty, guys. So that I think is absolutely true. You guys know that I love Les Brown. The guy, every time he opens his mouth, he has something great to say, and that's really important to think about, guys. Is are you pretending? Are you pretending that you're gonna have the goals that you've set out to have? Are you pretending that things are just gonna come to you? And really look at yourself. Take the time to take a step back and have that 30,000 foot view about what you're doing with your life, and really think about it. Am I just pretending? Am I just dreaming that this stuff's going to happen and not taking the action that it requires to have success? Because guys, that is really, really important. You want to have you know, a drive to get to where you want to go. And I know I talk about this a lot, guys, but it really, really is important that you take the time to step back and say, am I really doing everything that I can? Everything, just really going at it, digging into it. Am I doing the things that are required as well as, I talk a lot about vision and knowing your why and having a direction. And you know what? All of that stuff is great. But there comes a point where the rubber has to meet the road, and you have to get up and you have to get moving and really work at your goals. I've got my big whiteboard up on the wall with, my goals for, the next 90 days and what I want to do and the things that I plan on doing. Okay. But every single morning, I have a plan of action as well. Okay. Yeah, I've got the big vision, but I understand that I have to take action. I've got to jump in there and really push myself to get to where I want to be. If it requires me, to be here and to work right now for 10 or 12 hours, whatever it takes, that's what I'm going to do. And really put the effort in, not just playing around. Yes, I run an internet business, so I'm at the computer a lot, but I make sure that I'm not wasting my time. I have a plan of doing things. I make sure I set goals for each day, and I do everything I can to reach every one of those goals, because I understand that what I don't get done today probably won't ever get done. Whatever I don't get done today is probably not going to get done. I understand that if I have a goal and I set that, hey, I need to do this today and I need to do this at this time today. And if I don't do it, if I just, I could, laze around the house if I wanted to, all these things, because I don't have a boss to tell me, hey, you got to do this, you got to do this, we're not going to pay your paycheck. You can't just stand around. I don't have that. And a lot of you guys that are on this call don't have that as well. Maybe you do have another regular job where it's required, but in what we do, and most of the people that are on this call are in this business. Okay. And a lot of the people that are going to be watching this in the future, because it is recorded, are in this business. You have to have that focus, and you have to understand that if you're not doing absolutely everything that you can, and you don't have a drive that tells you that I got to get this done no matter what comes up, no matter what's going on around me, you need to take a step back and look at, and see if you're in the right space, if your goals are in the right place, if your why is really strong enough. You need to have these things and really grow yourself. It's really, really that important, guys, to really grow yourself. I am always, and I tell you guys this all the time. One of my, secrets of the Millionaire Mind Declaration is, I am going to grow. It is really that important to me. Okay? I'm committed to constantly learning and growing. I'm also committed to constantly taking as much action as I possibly can in everything that I do. Every single area of my life. I don't do it halfway. I remember when I first got started on a personal development track, and I can remember exactly when it was, guys. When I started looking at improving upon myself, I started reading a book by a man named John Wooden. And for those that are uninitiated, John Wooden, to this day is probably the greatest coach in any sport at any level. Okay, a record that is just absolutely unparalleled. And the thing is that yes, he won a lot. Okay, but he was always thinking about how he could help his people, how he could help grow the young men that were underneath of him, that, came in, to his group, to his team, and he was always taking action. And one of the big things that, John Wooden really preaches is if it's not worth doing, or if you're not going to get it done today, you need to ask yourself if it's worth doing at all. Is what you're doing right now worth it? Is it going to make a difference? And I think about that every single day. Is what I'm doing right now in this moment, is it worth it? Is it creating something better? Am I helping somebody? Am I helping myself get better? And that's really important, guys. I want to be the absolute best person that I possibly can. And more importantly, as well, I want to become the wisest person that I possibly can. And I've talked about this before as well, guys. You can be the richest person in the world. You can be the smartest person in the world. You can be the most popular person in the world. But if you're not wise and you don't make the correct decisions and take the correct actions, it's all going to be for nothing, and you can lose all of that. I don't care who you are or where you're at. If you're not a wise person and not making those decisions in the right way for the right reasons, it can all go away. So I challenge you guys today to take a step back and look at what you're doing and ask yourself, are you doing it to the absolute best that you possibly can? Are you really out there, pushing yourself? Are you, willing to go that extra mile and work those extra hours? Not all the time, but there's sometimes, guys, where I'm up till 2 or 3 in the morning, and then I'm right back up at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. I almost never sleep past 7 o'clock. Doesn't matter what time I go to bed, I just can't do it anymore because I've made it a habit. I don't even need my alarm to wake me up. It's funny. I've gotten to the point now where, before my alarm ever thinks about going off, I'm actually already awake. And when I wake up, I tell myself before I go to bed, when I wake up, I'm going to be alert and I'm going to be ready to go, and I'm going to have a plan, and I'm going to have a motivation, and I know where I'm going to go. Every night before I go to bed, I think about that. And every morning before I get up, before my feet hit the floor, I tell myself, thank you for the things that I've already accomplished today. Thank you. I appreciate you. And it's okay. That's not selfish to say thank you to yourself for doing the things that you're supposed to do. For doing the things that you want, and, to really drive yourself. I honestly believe that that's something that everybody should put into practice. I have a routine of things that I'm going to do. I don't make excuses. I really don't. If there's something I need to get done, I do it. That's it. End of story. Yeah, and you're welcome, Maureen, most definitely. And that's the thing, when you get into that routine, and I'm going to tell you guys flat out, I don't understand everything about how affirmations and the subconscious works and everything like that. But what I can tell you is that it works. It really does. If I look at the way that I've changed in the last 6 months since I have really pushed myself to develop myself as a person, I mean, it's light years different. It's just totally different from what I used to be. And people around me can see that as well. And they can see that, I've got a drive that I'm not going to let anything take me away from what I am destined to do and what I intend to do. You know, I I put good things into my mind. I realized this the other day. I don't even really listen to, popular music or anything like that anymore. Every once in a while, maybe. But most of the time, if I want to listen to something, I'll put on a good audio. And a lot of times while I'm doing my work during the day, I've always got something on. I'm listening to people like Les Brown and Eric Thomas and Marshall Silver and all sorts of people like that. Simon Sinek's another really good one. I listen to Mel Robbins when I get the chance to listen to her morning show. And I am committed to being the best that I possibly can because I understand that with the big vision that I have and the things that I want to do in both the short term and the long term, that I need to push myself to grow no matter what it is. No matter what comes up, if somebody doesn't like what I'm doing, well, hey, you know what? Are they really trying to do anything for themselves? And if the answer is no, well, their opinion doesn't matter. It doesn't. Now, if somebody has everything that I want to have and is doing the things that I want to do, and they say, whoa, Dustin, look at what you're doing. Okay? If somebody like that, if somebody, who has the things that I want tells me that I might be doing something wrong, I take a step back and I look at it and I go, wait a second. And I make sure that I think about the advice that's given to me when it comes from somebody that has the things that I want. Because obviously, if they have all the things that I want, they obviously did something right to get there. So I need to take a look and see what they're doing. Maybe something that I'm missing out on. I'm a student. Yeah, most definitely. Um, you know, I'm a student of everything that I do. When it comes to marketing, I am a student of it. I want to be great at it. I don't just want to be good. I want to be great. I want to know the things that I need to know so that in turn, when I get to the level where I know I'm going to get to, I can turn around and pass that on to other people. And it's just like that's the whole reason I'm doing these calls, guys, is because it doesn't just help you, it helps me also. This is my way to get my week started off right and get fired up and know that, great things are in store for me for this entire week. Even when, I might be tired and I might, decide that, I need to go to bed early or sleep in, whatever it is, this is my way of telling myself, you know what? You can do this. What can stand in your way? If you're the kind of person that, you can just jump in there and do it, what's going to stand in your way? If you're willing to take the action. And it's really that important, guys. Take a look at where you are at. And if you're not happy with where you're at, take a look at the actions that you've been doing on a day-to-day basis and see what needs to change. Because if you're not happy, something's got to change. Something has to change. And and John Wooden was another person, and again, he one of the main reasons why I finally decided to quit my job is I kept hearing this over and over in my head. And one of his quotes, and they now call them Woodenisms, which I love, was, if you're not happy with what you're doing, whether it's a job or a business or whatever, okay, you need to make a change. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be in the next month, but you got to make a change. And when I get that, and that's the great thing about, about my mind. I don't know about you guys, but, I know when something is right when it continually pops up in my head. When I hear the same thing multiple times from multiple sources and people that have the things that I want to have. And it really is that important, guys. You got to be engaged with your mind. You know, Les Brown says it the best. You know, you have to stand guard at the door of your mind. And actually, that's Les Brown and Jim Rohn kind of mixed together there. You know, but again, guys, you know, take stock in your thoughts. You know, understand that what you put into it is going to have an effect on you. I barely watch the television anymore. You know, yeah, I still got television, I still got cable. You know, I like to watch sports. That's my guilty pleasure, I'll be honest with you. But the good thing with sports is at least, you know, I'm watching people compete on a very high level. People that have sacrificed, have gone through things that I probably can't even imagine, have put themselves through physical pain to perfect their craft. And that's what I want. I am working on perfecting my craft. And actually, there's more than one, but I'm always working on it. And if I have to go through pain, if I have to not sleep, if I have to, whatever it is, if I have to, you know, travel and spend the time and spend money, whatever it is to get to where I want to be, I am willing to do it. And I'm going to do it regardless. No questions, no messing around, nothing like that at all. I am willing to do the things that it takes to be successful. And you should be thinking about that as well. And I know I tell you guys, you know, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of components to all this. But what I can tell you now, and kind of looking back, you know, having that view of, you know, how I got to where I am today is, yeah, you know what? It was hard at the start. You know, it was really hard to always be positive, to watch my thoughts, to watch my words, to control my actions. I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy. It's, and again, another Jim Rohn, Les Brown saying, it's not easy, but it is simple. Because if you can put yourself in a place where you do these things on a daily basis over an extended period of time, it just becomes second nature. It becomes a habit. It becomes a habit, guys. You know, if you want to grow yourself, you have to create new habits. You know, I know that I got one bad habit and I'm not afraid to admit it. But you know what? I'm kicking that habit, kicking that thing right to the curb because I understand that it's not good for me. And I understand it's not helping me. It's not serving me. It's not serving anybody else. And some of you that know me probably know what that is, but here's the thing. I'm man enough now to admit it, that I understand that it's bad for me, that, you know, I need to stop doing that. And whatever it is, and you probably have something that's popping into your head right now that is something that is a bad habit that you need to stop. Whether you have to replace it with something that's positive or you just have to quit it entirely, cold turkey, whatever it is, that's what you're going to have to do. There is no but. You know, Les said it on the video, but is a dream killer. But I don't want to do that today. But this didn't go right, or but that didn't work. Doesn't matter. If something didn't work and you know that you're in the right place, going for your goal, and you're taking the action that you need to, it's not always going to work out perfect. It's not. Plain and simple, it's not. But if you continually take action and you continually have the best intentions, and I use that word intentionally, okay? If you have those intentions, you will get to where you want to go. But you need to take the time to focus, cut out the excuses, and take action. No matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it might be, no matter whatever pain you have to go through, you have to be willing to do that. And I'm willing, whatever it takes, I will get there. I would prefer not to have to go through struggles, but you know what? I know that they're coming, and I'm ready to fight them on the way. I will put my head down and run through that wall to get the things that I want and the things that I know that I deserve because I'm taking the actions that I'm supposed to. And that's both my business and my personal life, guys. And here's the thing. When you get to that point and it's just second nature and you no longer have to think about, man, was that a right thought? Do I need to kick that thing out? Is this the right thing to do? You'll get to a point where you don't even have to think about it. It just becomes natural. And yeah, at that point, things will get a lot smoother. And I can tell you, the last, 2 months for me in my business and in my personal life have been a lot better because I took the time to learn and read and listen to positive things and fill my mind with great things from people that have the things that I want to have. And those are the people that matter to me. If somebody has what I want or has learned a skill that I want to learn and they're doing things a certain way, well, I'm going to take a look and see what's going to work for me. What can I take from them? Take the good, leave the bad. And don't make excuses. It really is that important, guys. And that's really what I have to say to you guys this morning. I am going to share another video here real quick. It's one that I've shown before, but some of you that are on here have not seen it yet. And it's one that I really like. Let me find it here real quick.
Man, I'm pumped. Listen to me. I've been reading your posts. Some of y'all, you like, E.T., I'm frustrated. E.T., I can't fail another test, E. I can't take another loss. Listen to me. Some of you, I've been reading it. You tired. I feel you. You tired. Some of you scared. Look, some of you hurt. Listen to me very closely. I need you to do me a favor. Listen to me. Don't worry about what's going to happen the rest of this year. Like, don't even give me the rest of this month. Like, flat out, I'm not interested until tomorrow. Like, today, do me a huge favor. Can you just survive today? All right, I want you to say this with me. Because I'm going to give you what help your boy out, all right? So I need you to say this with me. And that's to me. I can. I will. Yep. I must. All right, look, for us, it's a different TGIM. I just need you to do me a huge favor. Come on, work with me. I can. I will. I must. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? Now, I'm not an English teacher, so I'm not asking you to say this just to be said. Like, I want you to speak life into that thing, whatever it is, whatever was frustrating you, like, for real, you feel like, E, I can't fail another test. Like, I can't go through another day like this. Like, E, I can't handle it. I can't take it. Listen to me very closely. Say it with me and breathe life into whatever that thing is. We're going to speak life into death right now. Whatever your circumstances are, say with me, I can. Yep, I need you to feel it. I can. I remember when I was homeless, I was like, I can get through this. Listen to me. I will get through this. Woo! I must get through this. Look, I need you to look at that sickness that's going on in your life right now, whatever it is. I want you to say, I can beat it. Yup. I can beat it. I will beat it. I must. I got kids to live for. I got a family to live for. I ain't through yet. My life ain't over yet. Listen to me. I need you to, that test you failed the third time, I need you to look at that test and speak life into it. I went from being homeless to where I am right now, and the first thing I did was, and you better hear me closely, the first thing I did was I said, I can get through this. I can get through this. And y'all got to do me a huge favor. You just got to have that mindset that no matter what you're going through, no matter what challenges you face, facing right now, you got to have that mindset that I can get through this thing. I can make it through it. And I made it through. Listen to me. I outlast. Some things you just got to outlast. Every sleepless night, listen to me, every cold night, the winter Detroit, and the abandoned buildings and cars, sleeping in, and listen to me, I was sleeping all over. I outlasted it. There's some things in life you don't need no degree for. You don't need no money for it. Listen to me, you don't need no support for it. There's some things in life you just gonna get through when you tell yourself, I'm gonna get through this. This is the TGI when I tell you, you can get through it. And then second, you just gotta outlast some stuff. That's for real. That's some, I done had haters. I done had all kinds of stuff. And I just made up in my mind, look, I might not have been stronger. Listen to me, I might not have been smarter. I might not have been brighter, but I made up in my mind, I'm gonna get through this. So we're gonna put an image up, and I need you to see this image, right? And when you look at this image, what I want you to see is this is classic of my man. Look at him. He got the two. He hitting. He probably got 998 hits. He got one more. He just got one or two more hits, and all them diamonds gonna come out. And you know why he'll never see diamonds? Look, 998 hits. He had 2 or 3 left, and he would have cracked that thing. But you know why he never succeeded, and why most of you never succeeded? Because you keep giving up. Listen to me, he gave up. If you was gonna give up, you should have gave up last year. If you was gonna give up, you should have gave up 2 years ago. You should have gave up $2,000 ago. You should have, listen to me, you should have quit a long time ago. You done already put in 998 hits. Get something out of it. You finished school. You gonna quit now? You finished school and now it's hard because you can't find that job. You should have quit your first class. You mean to tell me you went through 4 years, 5 years of school, and now you quit? Now you give up? So I want you to look at this image for me. I'm gonna tell you something. This guy right here would have been successful had he never given up. And I'm telling you, some things in life is not about what you think it is. It's just about making up your mind that you are not gonna give up. You're not gonna quit. And so your boy went from being homeless to where I am now. And I failed classes, guys. Listen to me. Just because you failed don't make you a failure. And just because you lost don't make you a loser. And what I did that most people are not willing to do is I just never gave up. Consistent. I just never quit. All right, so we gonna get out here. I gotta go. I gotta let you go. But you gotta say it with me again. You gotta let me say, woo! I can, I will, I must. Are you hearing me? I can, I will, I must. I leave you with this. I'm not telling you it's gonna be easy. I'm not saying that, but it's real simple. E.T., what do you mean? You can get through anything. Listen to me. You can make it through anything if you just say these words. So cut this thing off. I just want you to play your favorite song. Look. I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to tell yourself, I am a survivor. Listen to me, and you can get through this. You just got to work a little harder, right? You just got to press a little deeper. Listen to me. I don't know what you got to do, but I'm telling you, just don't give up and don't give in, and there's absolutely nothing you can't do. So if it was easy, everybody would do it. Hey, but I know something about you. If you're watching me, I know something about you. I know something about you. I know you're not a quitter. I know you're a survivor. I know you're a survivor. If you're watching me right now, I know something about you. You're a survivor. So I want you to get off this. I want you to cut it off. I want you to go in the mirror, and I want you to make the rest of your life the best of your life. I can, I will, I must. I can, I will, I must. I can, I will, I must. It's your boy E.T.
All right, guys. So that is the end for today. But I got to tell you, I watch that video almost every morning. Just because I love it. It's a great reminder that no matter what happens, no matter what I go through, no matter what comes at me, I can, I will, I must. Because I know where I'm going. And I appreciate you guys being here this morning. As always, I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your morning to be here with me. Go have an absolutely amazing week. And I cannot wait to see you guys back here next week. I really can't. And it's on my Facebook page, Maureen. Hang on one.